The statue of Zeus was created by the sculptor Phidias in the ending of his life. He started its construction in the year 466 after Christ, and it was inaugurated in the year 435 after Christ. It was a commission of the Eleans in the 5th century before Christ, who were inhabitants of the city of Elis, capital of the region of Elit, for their newly rebuilt Temple of Zeus in Olympia. Also, they celebrated the Olympic Games each 4 years, honoring Zeus. Into the Temple of Zeus, the Olympic flame turned on in the celebration of the Games. It kept like that during the time the Games occurred, like nowadays. In the low part of the statue, all the champions were crowned. Zeus was considered the protector of the city of Olympia, that was earning fame in the ancient Greece. Also, in fact, it was not a city but a sanctuary, where there was some edifications in honor of the gods and the Olympics. The reason why they hired Phidias, who was a renowned sculptor, was that they wanted to get over their Athenian rivals. The statue was made of gold, ebony, bronze, and ivory, and it had a length of 13 meters, that is 42.65 feet. We don't know exactly the cost of the statue, but we have to take account of that it was made of wood covered with gold, silver, and ivory, his length, and the quantity of metal that it needed, and also the ivory. Furthermore, the long and expensive travel because the ivory came from Egypt, the salaries of the workers of the construction, including the one of the main builder Phidias, who was accused of taking gold and ivory for himself. The statue occupied the total of the width of the hall of the temple that was built to harbor it. There are many stories related to the statue. For example, according with the Roman historian Livy, the Roman general Aemilius Paulus watched the statue, and according to him, he was moved in his soul so hard that he affirmed that he had seen God. Also in the 1st century after Christ, the Greek orator Dio Chrysostom said that with just a look of a man to the statue, that man would forget his problems in earth. According to the legend, when Phidias was asked where did he get his inspiration, he answered that he was based in the description of Zeus of the book 1 of the Iliad by Homer. Zeus was the god of the sky and the thunder, and he ruled as the king of the gods in the Mount Olympus, in the religion of the ancient Greece. Zeus appeared seated in the throne, with the torso naked and the mantle in the knees. He had his head crowned with olive, and with the side looking down, because like that he looked paternal aspect. Zeus was shown in calm, sure of his victory, not like in the past centuries when he was represented with fury, holding in his hand lightning. It was one sign that the Greeks didn't need the fear to progress anymore. In the right hand he held one Nike, that she was the goddess of the victory, and in his left hand the scepter with an eagle. The mantle was decorated with lilies, and the sandals were of gold. In the base of the statue of Zeus it was represented Aphrodite's bird. The unique reproductions of the statue of Zeus that we actually have are commemorative medals coined in Elis in Adrianus' time. In one of the faces, Zeus appeared enthroned, and in the other, his head. In the side of the head, we can appreciate a noble bearing and also curly hair in both sides. There was many versions of how Zeus should be, but it was Phidias who gave the definitive idea about what Zeus should be. The ones who carried the statue were designed Phedrintas, who usually are considered Phidias' descendants. However, there are controversy about if they are blood descendants or they got that quality as a honorary title. There is a legend that counts that the Roman Emperor Caligula, when he noticed that the existence of the statue, he ordered that it was moved to Rome to cut the head of Zeus and pot his head. Caligula was murdered in the year 41 after Christ, and it's supposed it was because of the statue's wish. The Roman soldiers who were sent by Caligula, when they arrived, they heard one strong laugh from Zeus, and they ran away very scared without accomplishing Caligula's order. In 321 after Christ, the Christian Roman Emperor Theodosius I banned to participate in pagan cult, and he closed the temples. In that way, the temple of Zeus were abandoned. Even also the Olympic Games were banned. There are many people that affirm that during the reign of Theodosius II, religious fanatics burned the temple of Zeus, and with that action the statue was destroyed. According to Cedar, the statue were moved to Constantinople. In Constantinople, the statue were accommodated in the palace of Lausus, and over there it was destroyed because of a burning in the year of 425 after Christ, and the statue was destroyed because of that. Some people say that also after the burning in the year 425 after Christ, the statue was in a very bad condition, and later the statue was dismantled and sacked to take advantage of the gold and the ivory that it contained. Actually, the archaeological site remains in Olympia, but there are no vestiges of the statue of Zeus, because it was moved before its destruction. In 1958, after doing excavations, an update of the Phidias workshop was found, and we can deduct that in the workshop the statue was made piece by piece, and once each piece was ready, it was translated to the temple. Thank you very much. Let's keep learning to build a better world.